everybody. Scott DiGregorio, your mortgage guy, continuing on with the series, Expert Tips on Selling Your Home. And this time I want to ask you a question. Are you considering selling your home for sale by owner? I mean, look, we call them Fizzbuzz in the business, and Fizzbuzz have been around a long, long time. And I'm going to be honest with you, selling a house for sale by owner today is a lot more viable than it's been in years past. Technology companies, Zillow and Trulia and that type of thing, enable you to kind of get your property out to the world in ways that only an agent could do it in the past. But you got to understand that there's some real pitfalls potentially in selling your house for sale by owner. First, what I want to talk about is safety. Okay, look, you got to understand that when you're selling your house, you are walking strangers through your house all the time. And I don't want to be a whole big conspiracy theorist guy, but there are criminals that will go and view houses to kind of stake it out to see if they want to go back in and burglarize it. And although this doesn't happen often, it is something to be mindful of. A good agent will have buyers register with them, get copies of their driver's license and things of that nature, which adds a level of protection. Second thing I want to talk about, and this is probably the biggest tip, is there is a big problem with you selling your house by yourself. And here's the problem. You're emotionally attached to it. And that is problematic in so many ways. Let me just give you one example when it talks to, in regards to clutter, okay? When you look around your house, there are things you see that touch emotional heartstrings for you. They pull on them. Or there's other things you don't see at all anymore because they're just kind of background and your brain doesn't recognize them. And staging your house is such a critical piece of selling it. Removing clutter is such a critical piece of selling it. It is extremely difficult to do that void of emotion. You have emotions attached to this, and that's one of the greatest benefits an agent brings to you. Same thing when it comes to pricing strategies or negotiations. You know, you go into contract for sale by owner and things come back on the home inspection and you get pissed off because how dare they say I don't take care of my house and all of that rigmarole that just isn't reality. So being emotionally attached to it is a challenge with selling your house for sale by owner. The next thing I want to talk about is understanding how to read a contract and an offer right. Look, when an offer comes in, if you don't know any better, you look at sales price and maybe you look at closing date, maybe one or two other things. But the truth is this, an experienced agent can see lots and lots of pitfalls in that contract that you just flat out may not be able to see. So it is very important that you, if you're going to go down this route, that you really take the time to get educated on things like staging, removing clutter, understanding contracts. There's just so much more there. So look, and I haven't even talked about having to be available all the time for showings and everything else. So look, whether or not you want to sell your house for sale by owner or not is up to you. I know historically, you actually walked away with more money after commission selling it with an agent. I would imagine that is starting to flip around, and maybe it's not the case as much anymore, but there's a lot of other components besides just bottom line price, and iBuyers are a whole other thing that I'm going to do videos on. So anyway, look, that's what I got for you. Are you thinking about selling your house for sale by owner? That's cool. Get educated. If not, you want some good agents, reach out to me. I know some. Hey, I'm Scott DiGregorio, your mortgage guy. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.